Good morning. Start off with a little frog action. First cast of the morning on this main river on the grass mats. It thickened up a lot since the last time I came, or the water dropped. Supposed to be a bluebird hot day today. Not even supposed to have any wind, but we got a good little bit right now. Perfect. Throwing a SPRO popping frog, bluegill color. Golly, missed him. No. Come on, man. Come on. Guess I gotta let them take it longer than that. Should have had that fish. Good one. That's 2 blow-ups I should have had. Pull back, nothing on it. Yep, got that one. Oh, and you eat it good too. That's how we like it. Birdie one. Golly, man, that was a big one. That was a big one. Didn't have it. Trolling motor just burned up. Smoking. Ain't that something? Well, that's it for today. Burn up trolling motor. 1 fish. Man. Guess we go home. Only threw one bait today. Missed 3 good bites. Didn't even have a chance to figure anything out. Yeah, I know what boat stands for. Break out another 1,000. Or in this case, probably 3,000 or more. Oh man, these little fish are costing a lot of money. Well, that's it for today. Go home, take it apart, look at the damage, see if I can fix anything. But heard some frying going on, so I don't know. Unless I can replace that board in there, that's probably what fried. Don't know why or how. Guess we'll figure it out when I take it apart. Hope for the best. All right, let's see what's underneath this ugly hood. See, the wire's all melted. Let me turn that breaker off, cut the power to it. It's the main cable. Oh, it pulled loose a bit. Looks like the ground either, well, oh, it's melted on the end. Something shorted out right here. Don't know what caused it. Wires just might have wore out rubbing. I bet I can splice that back together and it works. Have to redo a few of these wires. That's it. They melted together. They shorted out. It didn't trip the breaker though. And it almost burnt. Basically did burn completely through. Huh. Should have tripped the breaker. Alright, we're going to splice this back together. Clean it up. See if that fixes it. Alright. My wires were short, so I couldn't just put a wire nut on it. But I put these clips on. I use these for winches and stuff. I heat shrink the ends. And then all these wires are taped up just to add a little protection to them. So we're going to test it out. See if I save myself some money. I'm going to go flip that breaker. I'm going to see if it works. Alright, make sure my blade ain't going to hit nothing. Alright. Fire in the hole. Nothing. Let's see if we got voltage coming to the motor. Got 40 volts. So I got power. Well, I started tearing the foot down. When I got here, it was still plugged on the trolling motor. Breaker was still on. And I touched the foot, and it was still warm. It was warm on this side, cool on this side. So electricity's flowing through it and warming it up some kind of way. And when I busted it open, you can see all that carbon. Them brushes been wearing out. Just the little brushes are right here. So I don't know what's the problem, but I'm just digging in. Don't know what I'm looking at. I'm gonna keep on digging. All right. So I took the armature out. And those windings don't look burned up. I mean, they got that carbon dust on this side from the bushings. The magnets are all in place. Nothing broke loose on the magnets. Just turn the power back on. Let's see if I got power on the two main cables coming in here. All right, turn the power back on. And on my two cables, I got power on them without hitting the start button on the foot pedal. And this piece is warming up. And I doubt that's supposed to happen with nothing moving, nothing going on. So when the power is on, when I turn the breaker on the back by the batteries, I get 12 volts all the way, not 12 volts, 40 volts, all the way down to the two main wires coming in. And it goes to this module, and this module starts getting hot on this plate. I mean, I can't hold my finger on it for 5 seconds. It gets that hot. So I'm suspecting this is bad. I'm gonna replace it. That's like a $230 part. It's the some module that controls the speed and stuff, the variable speed. Then I'm gonna go ahead and replace the bushings, not the bushings, the brushes. This is all full of dust in here, so it's 10 years old. They probably need to be changed anyway. So this brush plate assembly and this part, this module, I'm gonna change out and hope that solves the problem. This shouldn't be getting that hot. I know there's this heat sink plate on the back, so it probably does get warm, but when nothing's running and it's still getting hot, something gotta be wrong. Unless it's somewhere else down in the wiring, but that's gonna eliminate that. That's not even pressing the button on the pedal. That's just power being to the trolling motor. So we're gonna go from there and see what happens. Get those parts ordered. After digging around in here trying to find part numbers and stuff and looking closer, I found some wires. These wires, 3 wires, comes off your speed control, off your foot pedal. We're tucked in between this screw and this white connector. And they were pinched in this little crack right in between here, underneath the screw head almost. So I guess they tucked that wire in and put the screw on it where it rubbed those wires bare, and they were shorting out, causing this to overheat, which may have been what caused my wires to heat in the head. I don't know how all that works, but this is what I'm finding as I go. So I took the wires out of there, rerouted them a different route. I'll be able to tuck them down and tie wrap them. Put tape all in between each wire to protect it where it was bare copper showing. And now they're not shorting out. Hooked up my power back to it. Got 40 volts. Going to my 2 screws, and this thing never got hot again. So maybe I fixed it. I'm gonna put the armature back together. I cleaned it all up, polished it. Polished the part that the brushes go on to. The commutator, they call it, I believe. Brushes squeeze on here, they spring load it, squeeze on it, and sends current to the motor. Wiped everything down with alcohol. Ought to have good connections to everything. But I'm gonna try and put it together just to make sure I got all the electrical correct and fixed. And I won't have to buy this $200 part. This $100 part. I would like to replace them brushes, but I don't know if I can find them separate. I might have to buy the whole piece and they come with it. I'm still looking up part numbers because it's an old trolling motor, 10 years old. And part numbers have changed. You got to cross-reference everything, and it's been a pain. So let me get this back together, and then we're going to hit the power button and see if we got it. All right, I got the armature in. And I tie fishing string around these brushes because they spring-loaded. See how they spring in? I need to be able to keep them open while I slide it on and get them over this commutator, whatever they call it. So I'll be able to get it in, and then I'll have to cut the line after I get it on it, if I got enough room. I wish I had 2 hands and 40 fingers, tiny fingers, to hold everything in place, but it's almost impossible. So here we go. All right, this ain't easy. The light is never in the right spot, either showing a shadow or it's shining in my face. Anyway, I got it. I had to put this cover on, help line everything up, and know how far I can push it in before I need to cut the fishing string off that's holding them springs back. And I gotta get those brushes on that commutator. You see, I ain't gonna have room to cut the string off once it's over the commutator. So it's like one problem after another. Oh, maybe I can push it out while I do it. Now I gotta figure out how to do this with only 2 hands. All right, I put the cone on the back end. Have pushed the armature in. Propped it open with a screwdriver. I can see the brushes are over the commutator. Now I can just cut the string that's holding the spring pressure back on those brushes. Like a surgeon. Ooh, not working. And this is probably the easy side. Come on. All right, I need 2 hands. I continue to fight. All right. Got both sides on. It was kind of tricky. For these bolts, they go all the way through and tap into the back of this cone, top and bottom. You have to get like 1 thread started on the top bolt and then give you enough room to wiggle the head around to line up the second bolt and get it started. Then you just tighten them up a little bit at a time, a little bit on the top, a little bit on the bottom, and keep working your way till you get it all the way in. If you tighten one up all the way, it's going to end up cocking that cone, and it's going to end up cross-threading on the bottom one, or vice versa. So a little bit of a time till you get it torqued down. Turn the power on the batteries. Fingers crossed. Let's see. We got it. Fixed it. Speed it up. We are back in action. See if my light works. If I can reach. That's the little arrow indicator light on the top. We good. Now I gotta tuck all these wires in, cap it off, and we can go back fishing again. Thank y'all for watching. I guess this is a good ending. I'm still not sure what to do on ordering parts. I should just cancel everything or rebuild it all. So I'll think about it. But we back for now. Later.